Welcome. My name is Tobias Larsson, and I'm the chairman for this session we have today, which is going to be the PhD defense of industrial PhD candidate Zhang Yan, who is presenting the thesis Future Innovation Framework for Smart Product Service System Design, which is a thesis in mechanical engineering. Together, we have also today the faculty opponent, which is Professor Dag Bergsjö of Chalmers. And we have a grading committee consisting of Dan Högberg, Högskola Skövde, Christopher Joannet, Associate Professor of Linköping University and also working at Saab. And we have Professor Anna Örvall of Luleå University of Technology. We're going to run this session so that Jan gets 45 minutes to present his thesis, which is a popular presentation. After that, we will have a short break, and then we will rearrange so the opponent Dag can sit here in front, and we will move into the opposition. After opposition, when Dag feels he's ready, we will go into asking the grading committee if they have questions they want to ask. And then we'll move also into the local audience and also the remote audience. And when everybody feels they're done, we decide to close the session. With that, I leave the word to Jan.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I can start. Professors, colleagues, friends, and the online friends, my family, the people. This is my honor to present my doctorate research, the Future Innovation Framework for Smart Product Service System Design. The key idea is to exploring the innovative design approach for the manufacturing the company. I'm Yan. I will start to present. I'm from the mechanical engineering department in the BTH team. So let's talk about my context first. I cannot say I'm not nervous currently, but for my industry that works, I don't have the opportunity for nervous. I have to be done something. You can see that the background here. I was only focused on the product services design within the past 14 years. I believe that 12 years before, I'm sitting here doing the master thesis presentation with the Volvo CE, the value-driven need funding for Volvo CE PSS innovation. But today, I'm so proud still sitting here, talk about the same area, but I go deeper to the math. To where it's like the research area, I can stand here to think about in my past year, what I done to the industry, what I contribute to the academia. So I feel lonely. Yes, be the research is feel lonely, but I feel be the industry, the PhD always feel proud of, contribute to the society. First topic, who I am. I'm the research-driven the entrepreneur. How to understand this terminology. In the lab, the academia environment, I spent from 2019, I spent 2,063 days focused on the mechanical engineering and the BTH, PDR lab, product development, the research lab. I'm working here with 3 areas, system innovation, PSS design, and the scenario simulation. They are my key research area. The idea of doing the research is trying to bring the knowledge to industry. But in industry, how we can shift in the knowledge transformation from academia to industry? I need to have the collaboration. They have the 2 industry area I collaborate with. One is the automotive manufacturing industry. The another is the mobility services. During the past 5 years, I collaborated with the 25 manufacturing industry provider companies, and I generated 30 PSS solutions for industry. But luckily, 30% of them, 11 projects came to the market and they are survived. They are working the global market. So that is how the story in the new area we can contributing the research to industry. But how to bring the knowledge to industry by book, by thesis? No way. It's the lab. From the 2016, we'll go back to the Shanghai from Sweden. I'm 5 years, no, it's 8 years, I was built up the 4 labs. Once the service design lab, it was popular for the service design in the China for digital transformation. Then I go back to the areas of the PSS design. They are providing the PSS innovation from the manufacturing company, trying to combine the industry, engineering, design, customer synthesis, and business model. And finally, in the 2022, I'm sitting in the Silicon Valley, the movie coffee with Tobias, and I say, I want to start with my second entrepreneur by the simulation. Then Tobias say okay. Then I had lunch with the big similar. Then it's the first company called Big Mind. But when we come into the digitalization, servitization, and the unknown world, we need to have the good business model to predict the future. Then I lunch with the big similar. So here is my story. But what kind of the product and the services during my past research I contribute to society? Here's the answer. I focus the smart product system innovation for the global industry 4.0. They are the smart vehicle, smart van, smart AV, Dropbox. Why? During the past 5 years, the world manufacturing the company shifting so fast. They have the challenge from AI, from electrification, from the servitization, digitalization, and their lack of the money. But the new product should release to the market. So by the individual the work, I providing the innovation services step by step to make sure within my academia research, I can release and borrow the knowledge from Sweden, from the research area where we learn to the manufacturing the companies. So that's the context of me. Let's talk about the agenda here. I will firstly doing introduction, theoretic background, the methodology, what I use, the result, and the conclusion. Finally, with the QA. This is the tough topic here, like what are the change for manufacturing in industry and the companies. They always have the challenge. But start with my 2019, I always have some popular words came into me. Yeah, digitalization, electrification, and servitization. That is the 3 main challenges for me, for my entire work. We can see the product development from that day. I start with my PhD research. The product is going to electrification. Manufacturing the company call for the new product. It's different like the combustion engine, diesel fuel. They want something green, new story. And it manufacturing the company pay more attention to the product system. The image is from the near. It's the Chinese company doing the battery replacement, no charging, only 5 minutes. It's the 3rd generations of the station. I participated design. That is make the services for the vehicles and for the customer at the same time. So we introducing the PSS knowledge, but the future, the manufacturing, the company, they still have the challenge. How AI connected services, ICT, and the big data can customize with the customer the value by providing the scenario, by providing the customer solution for the future customer solution. We can find the entire of the past 5 years, the manufacturing company, they want to shifting from the selling the product model to providing the service offering, and finally can creating the social the value, sustainable the value. We call it the solution and the functions. During the past, I will introduce to the industry what is the PSS. From the definition, PSS it's the set of the combined tangible product and intangible services at the same time can meet the customer needs and the fully satisfaction with the value. By the definition and illustrated here from Turkey, we can see that the middle up here has the 8 blocks. We have not talked about the pure product. We have not talk about the pure services. We only talk about the 3 types of the PSS: the product-oriented, service-oriented, and the result-oriented. Service-oriented, for example, the car company providing car renting, car sharing, car leasing, and the paper service unit. The Uber can take you from the A to B. Then we can have the result-oriented. For example, the airplane company take you from the Karlskrona to the Stockholm with the 40 minutes flying. Then people take you. So we call it the result-oriented services. But the methodology may not sufficient to support with the digitalization. Then we came into the new terminology here called the smart product service system. The differentiation between smart product service system and the product service system is the digitalization. We can find the 4 blocks here: intelligent. What it is: sensor and the product, embedded sensor, computer, the agent computing, and the embodied system, which we call the connected product. The nice thing is connectivity. How the product connected with the environment, city, other product, and the people. The ICT, awareness, communication, and the computing. Third is the data analysis. Hundreds of the sensors collected data, AI support with the calculating, the assembling, and the digital twin, trying to combine the twin side and the physical side to make sure data transformation within the product. Finally, more interesting for me here, we are called the context. Context is quite stronger related with the people to make the product understanding how the environment will change. What kind of the people's mindset, behaviors are the moving hand, or they want to fall asleep, we call it to do based on the usage scenario. They're important for part can structure the smart PSS. So here's area I focus with. So let's go back to, so if we know the smart PSS, what kind of the challenges for the manufacturing the company shifting from the existing PSS to the smart PSS? Firstly, it's like the 2019, the Volkswagen Fund say, okay, we need to do these things. We need to provide the sustainability within the product, the PD, product development, to reduce energy consumption, to reduce materials consumption, and to reduce the energy and the materials, the recycling during the entire life of the product. But we need to do it quick. So the large manufacturing company have their vision, sustainable vision, and the one thing break down the vision called the competition. The adaptivities from yield market to the Asian market. How you can make sure your product and the services can fit with the customer needs and the competitions. We need to do it the quick. The another thing, during the PD, we have to see the time, cost, high efficiency, time to market, how manufacturing the company trying to bring their new product to the market within the short time duration, and the collaboration, engineering team, CV, it's like the VC and design team, business team. They have the totally different understanding what is the EV. For that, how we collaborated with them from knowledge level, system level, organizations level. Finally, which the thing make me feel the headache here. Okay, well, I make it fast. Stakeholders. Decision the making quick, accurate. The image shows here. It was my first meeting with the Volkswagen. The meeting June, fulfill with the people. But the different type of the stakeholder, how can they understanding what are the right decision they should have made in the early phase of the first step with the PD. So that's always the challenge to discussing the future, the vision, PD, and your strategy with the stakeholders. Then we think about it. If we can, what kind of the challenges in the early phase design of the smart PSS for manufacturing the company? Take example here. That is the new smart EV from the China called the Li Auto. It is the super cool machine, and 400 features and the 3,000 configuration. When the engineer designer to combine the thousands of the configurations at the same time. Another challenge is like, do we have the design method? We can combine the digital services. We can see the cockpit here. It have the 11 screen, which have the 70 software apps integrated with the vehicle. Do we have the method to merge with the smart product and the digital services during the design phase? Another challenge for the manufacturing the company, they have the numerous of the new features configuration to make the product manager, planner, and designer to combine. But finally, we found the thing, the offering, the solution we want to deliver to the market. We call it the scenario, customer scenario. But do we have the intelligence and the predictable tools can predict how the future looks like? That's the motivation to push me think about the future, innovative innovation. And finally, we talk about it. Do we have the service and the approach we can provide to industry? Why? Firstly, the manufacturing industry always looking for the new technologies, cool, imagine technologies for solve the challenges and design the solution from the unknown to the future. We can find the unknown is the new environment from the virtual and the physicals, from the nature of the area to the smart city. And we need to make sure the value the assessment for the concept, for the configuration, from the business, the model level, we can calculate it. Then finally, prototyping. Do we have the approach support with the smart product and the smart services, the prototyping? How can we support with the factory, smart factory, can prototype the fast with the first generation of the product? All the questions and the challenges for me within my past 5 years. It's like the field and very exciting. For that thing, motivating my motivation to studying the how I can support with the global manufacturing the company providing the innovative desired approach can support with the practical implementation, but at the same time to make sure the manufacturing the company can transforming from the digitalization, electrification, and the servitization, and make sure they have the competitiveness. It's the ambitious and it's the reality. Back on it, I provide my first questions in my first 3 years of the PhD study, how to explore innovative design approach in the early stage of the smart PSS design based on the context of the manufacturing the company. How the innovation the framework can make sure the entire of the organization from the child board member, CEO to the engineer can fully understand we can work on the same structure. After my the last two years of my PhD study, I provide my second research questions. How can digital twin approach can support the early phase of the PSS under the context of the manufacturing industry? So entire the questions to make sure we can have the framework for manufacturing industry. At the same time, we can provide the tool to make sure that the people can take the approach doing their work. But before we move into deeper, I'm giving some terminologies and the knowledge background here. One thing, always I need to explain again to manufacturing the company. It's called the simulation. Obviously, people sitting in the room know quite good with simulation. Simulation can provide the virtual environment to test the model, to validate the model, to make sure the model can transform into the practical the product and make sure the value, cost, and the performance of the product model going well. I'm quite make sure 15 years before, Lulia, Chalmers, the BTH have the quite good research for the model-driven design and the simulation here for the hardware product. Today, I'm introducing another challenges. We've been trending to the servitization. How the services and the complex environment product merge with the services, doing the service value with the customer interaction, business model, profitable environment, challenge from the competition, how we can predict the uncertainty and the complexity of the service value, so according to the simulation, at the same time showing the sustainability impact to industry. So it's my focus here, service scenario simulation. And another terminology here is digital twin. By the newest definition from the National Academia in last year, definitions say that digital twin is the providing the virtual information structure with the context and behavior, the nature of the engineer, society, even the business. We call it the system of system. But the digital twin can predict the value, predict the next step, and make the decision makers make sure the decision is transparency with data, fulfill with the content. So we can see they have the 3 types of the digital twin category from the Hennis and Yang from the last year's research. First, called the similar digital twin. What is the similar digital twin? Similar digital twin is based on the existing product. The product complex enough, then we build up the twin, test the concept to make sure the PD the process during the observation. And the second type of the twin called mock-up prototype DT, we are like to doing the simulation in the virtual environment. The virtual entity showing how the performance, data, value, activity, all in the virtual. Today, we talk about it, the third knowledge, super system tuning. What is super system tuning? Which is equal to the existing the product, fulfill with sensor, and build up the connection with the twin, but the data, transparency, connection, communication between the virtual and the hardware. But they are under complexity, context, and the scenario to make sure that the balance between the virtual and the hard. That reason is not for the existing the product. It's designed for the future product and the services. That's the reason I'm focused and I love that one. So then we talk about it, okay, how I conducted with my research. Firstly, we need to have the academia methodology called the DIM. I took from the Blekinge, like to from the research, descriptive study, prescriptive study, and the descriptive study to the contribute 5 of my contribution paper. It's based from the goal, common understanding, use the DIM support with my research and evaluation. But they are not quite enough. I'm talking about it. We need the case company support with the research. I have the 3 types of the case company. One is the Sank Motor, which is one of the largest car manufacturing company in Shanghai. We collaborated with the product-oriented PSS and the Volkswagen. We spent 4 years to co-design the e-vehicles. It's the product-oriented. And finally, the Kinglong Bus, one of the largest in China, the bus manufacturer. We focus the research called the result-oriented, the PSS, with the different product design center, the engineering, R&D. So you can see the cross-function team, we work together to co-build the case study. But for the data, the collection part, obviously, literature review are quite common for the student, but we need to come into the customer scenario during the interview. Observation, I'm doing observation in the Tibet to understand how the environment, context, culture, the bus providing services there. Internal companies document, collaborative the workshop, experiment, and questionnaire from the stakeholders to ask them to collect it of their opinion, and also with the customer. For data analysis, I will make sure here is like a little bit complex. For first things, I call it the support evaluation by the software, by platform, by scientific way, and academic level inside of the room, understanding how the result benefit or bad or the negative for industry. The another thing called the application evaluation is the protocol analysis from interview. People's talking, sentence, code, then we have the clauses, the conclusion. Something new for the research called value visualization. We can take the instrument, new method called the value assessment method to testing the value, show its value, realize the value, and play the value. And then the prototyping. I like it. The most good things to validate your PD. For the result, I'm talking about it, the first thing. Yep, obviously, on my thesis, future innovation framework support the SPSS design. Okay, here's the thing. For the future innovation framework for manufacturing industry, the They always ask me, what are the future, the vision? What are the innovation process, PD process, design process? Do you have the approach support with the systematic design? What are the tools? What are the output? That support me to come out with the ideas. I need to deliver the hamburger to the giant baby. Why? They have quite a lot of the giant baby sitting inside of the manufacturing the company. They want the answer. They want the multiple of the approach can combine. So the holistic idea how we can shift in the method to the multiple stakeholders inside of the manufacturing the company and outside of the company, even to collaborate with the human-centered, the customer human-centered method to make sure the value co-creation can be happen. That's the reason I spent 2 years to adapt the complexity of the framework, but it is simple for the large manufacturing the company. To introducing the design process, innovation, the goal, the approach, the workshop, it can follow. Digital twin, it can learn. Not that easy. In fact, yeah. And we need to give out the sandwich about what are the output, toolkits, canvas for they can take use. So that is the fourth step of the FIF, PSS strategy, looking for the opportunities and the concept development, evaluation, show it the value. First, the story in 2019, I collaborate with the Shanghai's Motor with the sub-brand called Nexus, providing the functional product to society. In the 2019, almost produced like the 200,000 vehicles to the market, but the decision makers, they fear they cannot produce the mass production in the Chinese market. Why? Since like the BYD Cherries produce the 10 times more than it. They have the new strategy to think about it. Can we providing the mass customized solution for the customer? That is the background. Then we introducing the PSS knowledge. Andreas, Tobias, and I in 2019, we the meet in the Thanks Motor. We introducing the PSS method, talk about it, how important to shifting the business model from the produced product to providing the services. Then we spend time doing the value development need funding from my master thesis to understanding what are the scenario and the phase by phase to understanding the customer need. Then we providing the new PSS system called the customer. We connected with the customer data first, then the factory with customized data delivered the new vehicle. During the process, we build up the simulation digital twin the system to make sure that digital twin and the physical twin, we can optimize the data concept from the physical twin and the digital twin. Finally, we launched with the solution to the 14 provinces in China. Then we doing the value assessment for each site. It's spent 4 months, the long time to optimize with the final solution. So it's like the story how we applied the FIF. So one of the key takeaway here, we need to buy the simulation, support with the prototyping, can make it understand the stakeholder can understand that is the thing we need to build. The another thing, provide digital services, put the servitization capability on the platform to make sure the customer and the stakeholders can customize. Final thing we still need to take the long time to make sure demand-based manufacturing, to make sure the manufacturing, the company can providing the goods, product, devices based on the demands. But we still have the long journey to work. The another story from the Volkswagen from 2020, yeah. Volkswagen wanted to build up the new generation ID. From statistical level, they're ready, but from application, they're not ready. So they ask for the agency, do you have the method of the methodology can support with the digital car, EV car development? Then we don't have the answer. We need to build up the methodology. So Volkswagen, they have the plan is shifting from the 3 to 5 years from the manufacturing the vehicle to the providing the digital services capability. But the methodology is missing how to combine the hardware products and the digital services, etc., to provide the new solution and the result. That's the same thing we did. We firstly to make sure that all the stakeholders can see together, introducing the method, the research, and the research paper, and print down several research paper to the chairman of the Volkswagen. Say, okay, that's some research. We call the PSS and the SPSS. What kind of the instrument we can take in each phases, different stakeholders, government, supply chain, the members, customer, and user participate with the process from the knowledge discussion here and the collaborative the workshop several times. Then we can shifting the knowledge to the simulation, and the simulation impact the future scenarios, data, the value evaluation to decision makers and innovation team to make sure people who are on the same page. Key takeaway from the efficient innovation the framework, I think like to we provide the value creation merchandise and opportunities for manufacturing the company and doing the co-work. It's based on the future-based the framework. The another thing is like this framework can meet with the challenge from the future trend, emerging market, and time to market the opportunities for manufacturing the company. Then is my second result, digital twin approach for smart PSS design. So the thing about it, how we can provide it the new technologies for the manufacturing the company. The CEO should be saying, no, we have the tons of the new technologies, but tell us what are the unique of it. Then I find out proposed the super system digital twin. What it is, we can see from the bottom here. Here is the virtual model. We have the 3D features model to make sure that each part features configuration of the product within the twin. Then we work on the 3D product model, transforming the engineering parameters, product features within the twin. But the more focus here, we call it the behavior model. What are the future products that work? The size, nature, city, environment, snow day, 4 seasons, spring, and the rain day. And the most challenging things here is the operational scenario. How we put the product in the complex of the city, nature, environment to make sure they can work as they supposed to design. So for it, one of the motivation to push me is say, okay, how we can merge with the digital twin can be used for manufacturing the company. We need to take care of the value. That's the reason I take care of the value-driven design method for the step-by-step from the framing the design problem, set up the value study and populate the value study showing the value to make sure the stakeholder in each design phase support with the value-driven design, and at the same time to merge with the digital twin, the virtual twin, and the physical twin to make sure the requirement from the industry type, business model, users age, and the academia from the virtual. What are the future? What are the sustainable index? What are the customer incentives within the twin? So the journey is that firstly, we need to build up the twin. Twin selected with the product the model. So the engineering parameters can come into the twin. We build up the twin with the configurations, features, parameters, etc. We only have the three type of the data: product data, features data, and the scenario data from the customer. This kind of the data, they contribute the twin. Then the twin, we can build up the different system, the battery system, cockpit, chassis, and the entire of the vehicle. And finally, to select it, the future city environment to put the hundreds of the new product doing the testing simulation, see what are the service reflection, service experience, and the data, summarize the data. At the same time, we merge with the VDD called the value coded method from the 0 to 10. Red represented the bad value. Green, dark green, represented with the great value. So during it, from the PD process, we can see the finally in the virtual, when the people using the design concept, the chair is green, the party is red. And finally, when we have the data from the virtual, we can do the value assessment. It's based on the different scenario. We can show the value from different scenario, the class value, features value, entire scenario is value during the comparison with the market competitors. For example, we're doing the testing with the Tesla and other brand doing the comparison. That is the method to approach, which the merge with the super system digital twin and value assessment. Okay, here's the final thing you like to how they introducing the super system digital twin to make sure the value driver can make the value co-creation within the manufacturing industry easy for decision the making. And finally, we support with the 6 series of the ID published to the Chinese market during the past 4 years. Okay, my final thing, talk about the prototyping with my paper E. How this method support with the prototyping. The context of it is like the Kinglong, the bus manufacturer, Tibet tourism is my client. One was doing the service design. My idea, I like to talk about it. I make 2 CEO sit together to see how we can customize tourist the basic services, the product in the quite unique places. Then say, okay, can you do that? Yes, yes, I can. Then we start. By the instrument, I'm firstly to mapping the process. Then we start the game. It's quite similar. It's to build up the twin first. We decided the concept of the scenario. It's based on market research data. We spent 2 months in Tibet and collaborated with the engineering team to co-design the parameters to define from the product planning, etc. And during the twin, we can interact with the different parts of the product. So we call them scenario. People can walk, they can see the nice view. They can have the some traditional coffee, food when they have the 2 days long journey in Tibet. And finally, we developed the future-based digital twin to customize the different part of the features. Then, okay, we verify the service operation inside of the system. We can see if we add 1 bus to the 6 bus to doing the service operation in the Tibet environment, what will be happen for the CO2, for the environmental impact, for the money, and the customer experience. At the same time, the engineering team produced the prototyping with testing in the Tibet real environments. I was there to follow them to optimize the features, the digital services. So it's like the very quick story. So finally, we can see the holistic of the journey. We take the SSDT support from the first step, the knowledge in the last year, the April. Then it's the first from the digital twin support, simulation support, for the timing, production, service simulation, testing, operation testing. Then the June, go back to the Praskuna to optimize the twin. Then we're doing the validation in the King Long with the stakeholders. I publish my research. Then the Hanover show in September release this car to the EU market and Abu Dhabi by 200 bus. I feel happy. Yeah. So back to the conclusion, the contribution to the theory, I think like the future innovation, the framework, providing the foundational PSS methodology merged with the digital, the advanced digital approach, providing the manufacturing the company has opportunity to do the value creation and the support with the cross-function collaboration. And the super system twin can provide the integrated of the physical product model to improve the decision-making process and support with the value-driven, the value assessment for design effectiveness. And finally, we think about it, have the systematic approach for innovation to make sure that the manufacturing the company shifting from the digitalization, servitization, and sustainability with the service-oriented model support. To industry, which is simple. Okay, I don't know it. Okay, it's the efficiency in early phase of the PD and the product design. We can reduce the time, cost, and for the long time. And the adaptiveness to market change, quick change in the twin to make sure the market win and enhance the competition for the global market. And the collaboration between the engineer, design, business part and the VC to make sure the people can co-work high efficiently. And finally, I'm contribute to the sustainability to make sure the maximum of the configuration do not overbuild, produce to the market. More important is the lagoon to providing the right product, right value to the market. And my future work is like to already done a lot of the job with the US, China, and the Japanese company. The next step is thinking about it when I graduate to collaborate with the Swedish car and the transportation company to doing the server simulation, the support with the sustainable future and the society to make sure the knowledge can be large scale application. And finally, I need to thank with my professor, Tobias Larsen and Andreas Larsen. That is the image. I signed my PhD contract in Andreas' home. We both feel happy. I feel nervous. I feel unknown for the future. We have the quite good relationship from the 2010 in Sweden. I'm cultivating by the master student innovator, the research-driven entrepreneur by the two professors. We feel happy. At the same time, I need to thank with my beautiful wife, Elisa, and my lovely kid, Bach. I don't have the time to enjoy my new home in the December. Then I fly to the Sweden, but they are the quite important family people for me. And finally, for one thing, I start here, Sweden, Karlskrona, Blekinge Institute of Technology. Someday I'm sitting there, I'm reading the paper, doctorate thesis from Luleå, LTH, Chalmers, Linear University. They are the great thesis I like. I want to be think about it someday and have the good papers like them. Then I'm working. Then today I almost done. So I need to thanks with the good education system in the Sweden, support with my from the 2010 to the currently 14 years to graduating the one industry PhD. Yeah. And thank you. Here's my presentation.